How you doing?
Good, how about yourself?
Good, good. Good.
Okay.
Where you going back to tomorrow? Deer Isle, is it?
Yeah. 2 days in a row. It's tough. Yeah. It's just the idea, it's the same road, same place, you know.
Yeah. How close do you get to Deer Isle? You gotta, do you actually take the bus on a ferry or something?
No, no, there's a causeway
Is there?
and a huge bridge.
Yeah.
When it's windy, it goes like this. I'm not kidding. It's one of a kind. Oh, Bravo outside, okay.
Yeah. I went in today, she was, for some reason, when Shelley sent me the agenda, everything that's going to be talked about, my computer won't tell. So I just sent her a message, I just gave it to her, so, if I got home.
Well, I think they're gonna take some of those funds and apply them to. Yeah.
Quite a bit in there already.
Is it going, Keith?
Good job. Yesterday's meeting, I went to the meeting.
Yeah, for everything that.
They had a couple of days.
People get courage. Yeah.
It doesn't mean that she's in, it just means that we
Yeah,
get
you-
the vote.
Right, you just nailed it right there. I was scared to death not to.
That door is locked.
Gotta say, my brain hurts so much after a close read of this. It reminded me how glad I am I went to art school. I had to do this for a living. I don't know.
Imagine all the paralegals that have to take care of all the attorneys in the world.
Yeah.
Agenda, you have printed out an agenda for the next meeting. Thank you.
This,
Supposedly.
It is. Says draft 7 at the top, it's the most recent.
So you got my email this morning, this last thing,
Yes. I think I put them in.
oh, if I'm ready to-
take it to the voters.
We're going to decide that tonight. I think. Talk to Leo on this yet, or she's seen this? She's been sent the draft today. I wanted to get close to what we thought was final. We're gonna talk again tomorrow, reference to it. Her only concern was the recall provision within the document simply because her firm represents the RSU from time to time and was wondering if, after I spoke to her, whether the RSU was going to appeal the decision of Judge Douglas in reference to this. So I don't know if that came up at the
She knows
at the
that.
meeting or not.
She knows that.
But
Whether there's going to be an appeal,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I know they used a different firm than hers to,
Hanson.
They're following this.
Huh?
They're following this really close
Oh, sure.
for lots of reasons.
Oh, yeah.
And so,
But even if they-
So, that was their only thing, and we'll check.
no,
That was their only thing.
So that'd be stupid for them to.
It was absolutely.
it would absolutely.
Decision of
Yes, let's,
4 years.
talk over 7:30.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll move.
Second.
I'll second that. Okay, we have in front of us, number 7. Probably get this as possible. Go through it, beginning to end, page by page, if there's something that someone responded that, mass communication during the course of the last 2 weeks. We fixed, we'll take a look at it now. So, table of contents. We have, I'm sorry, let's see. Oh, yes.
Correct. That's correct. Yeah, once we condense it and get rid of it, we'll have to firm up the front table of contents to reflect where they are on the pages. So I didn't want to do that and then continue to. Sure. Yep.
And we also have to look at the curriculum, indentations and spaces.
Correct.
Okay, page 2, 3, page 4, it's in there. And then on page 5.
Yeah, I had one. Section 1.3, under the Constitution should be capitalized. And also, I think laws should be capitalized as well. It is in other places anyways.
Problem with that?
I don't think it does.
Does it matter?
Better than uncapitalized. Where else is capitalized?
I should have made a note, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't see the need to capitalize.
ain't got our capital. Can you go back a little bit, Donald, page 4? At the last meeting, you had proposed what this was, the new changes were gonna be. That's exactly what you had written. Okay, so we still have to come up with
Yeah,
that.
I revised what we discussed last meeting. It's not my own short enough.
Okay.
And I have a copy with me. Can't finalize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are we comfortable with the comments for capital letters here?
Oh, sorry, I actually did write it down. Section 4.5 law is capitalized.
4.5.
Yep.
Both capitalized, I'll make the changes.
And it says mistake made.
Yeah.
Rather than just made.
Well, consistency makes sense whichever way you go.
At one point, Larry, the township, had possible, the municipality to have a capital constitution, capital wells.
It's never too late.
What if I was not invited?
Congratulations.
Actually, that's, now that you bring that up, isn't it? You would have been? Or rather, should it be?
Minimum 25.
I know that we've had that in this for a while, and people have come to that problem.
It's, before you move on, question I have in 2.1, eligibility. You have to be a registered voter. What do you have to be in order to become a registered voter? Live in the town? Where does it say that?
He thinks the only way you could vote, you have to be a
Right.
resident. That's
When you-
that's the only way you could register to vote is to be in the.
Right, there's a process that the town clerk provides to people to be registered to vote. I'm not quite sure what that process is, but this, I think, is indicating that we can follow the process and they have to be registered.
Okay, so I could live in Lyman maybe and be registered here?
I don't believe you can do
You
that.
have to be a resident of Arundel to
Right.
register to vote in Arundel.
Right.
Yeah, and so the process of registration that satisfies that need.
Correct. Requires you to live here. And if you move, you have to register again and then get taken off the rolls.
Point six.
Yep.
Their office. subject to all provisions in section 14.3. Actually, we should also check section 14. It's still subject to 14.3. I think it is, but that's 14.3. But it's not.
14.3 is discussing recall of elected officials.
Okay. Any blacks of any time. Office.
I think it's only when it's referring to the law of the state of Maine that we capitalized it.
Nelson City, Nelson. Office.
Listen, maybe you ought to just send it to the land use owners.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had it down as page 8, but I think it moved. It's actually the bottom of page 7. Last paragraph there, the term. Don't lose it again, Sean. Yeah, or any other full or permanent part-time town employment. Part-time, I think, should be hyphenated.
Should that say that no select board member shall serve as a member of another town board? Because you're already on a board, you're on the select board. So no member shall serve as a member of the town board. You're already a member of the board. That's a flaw. Okay. We got that.
Make it of another town board.
Shall serve as a member of any other town board.
I think Dan's wording is better. I think any other kind of drives it home.
So that first paragraph there, in all instances where we're capitalizing both board and members, there's one case at the end of that paragraph where members.
See it?
Yeah.
Got it.
And then this might just be me, but 4.7. Where it says order, direct, or make any demands of any town official, officer, or employee who is subordinate of the town manager regarding. I think it should either be it's subordinate to or is a subordinate of the town manager. Subordinate. Yeah.
But you can go back and look at, we'll have copies of the charters that came forward through history, so you can go back and look.
that will apply to subsequent changes. So. And that's changed, so serious things with school. That would say.
Once it's approved.
I'm sure this will get fixed in the final edit, but the spacing between I and J.
Well noted, thanks. Would be the select board.
Town treasurer, deputy treasurer, assessor, et cetera, those kind of town officers, so code enforcement officer. Right.
In H.
What page, I'm sorry, page 13? H. Gotcha.
Don, what did you say should be kept on compensation?
It might be at the bottom of page. I got it. No, it's not.
The only thing I noted here at the bottom of 922, there's an extra space next to AB and directed. So I assume this is because it's referencing a specific certification, but whenever I've done 931, whenever I write wastewater, it's one word.
That's right. Yeah.
Uh, 952, there's a typo in it, administration.
Oh, what, okay.
Yeah, it would have to be according to. Or
accordance with.
Should it be the same thing for the like electrical inspector? Back on 9. Oh, okay.
Probably should be, let's say, both it's a state statute, not town ordinance, but just statute.
What statute?
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Very- Am I hearing that correctly? Every time I see statute, I should have state statute in front of it?
Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that about the animal control officer. It just said to statute. I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, what statute? Dogs. Good thing it's not a kangaroo statute.
I see, it's a statute.
Statute.
9.6.2 duties.
Uh, 983, there's a typo in register.
Yep, got it.
Get booted out. Next.
If that's the case, you got,
I tried. Oh, really?
that's the case, that you're gonna boot them out, it should just read the tax collector will fulfill qualification.
Not even because.
Shall.
Industrial shall fulfill qualification for main state.
Eliminate seek to.
Just take the seek out. Yep. Makes it a directive. Yeah, you can't
I prefer to see will rather than shall.
Shall and must are declarative, I believe. Aren't they, Tom?
Shall have to look at a lot of other ones.
I stick with shall.
I know the land use ordinance, they went back and put the law on shall and must.
Yes, state statute, 9 point, yeah, yep.
At the top, committee shouldn't be capitalized. So I also had a suggestion for revising 10.0.2 because it reads as a fragment to me. So, and to have it line up with the same formatting, I would do 10.0.2 quorum and then new line, and then a quorum is defined as being more than half of the duly elected. So that was a full sentence.
Is quorum defined elsewhere in the document?
Right.
Could you just refer to that section? as opposed to adding all the wording?
Well, no, this is it. That is, that's,
Okay, okay.
I have no objection. Yeah. So we could just repeat what you said before.
I got it. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, so line break after quorum or paragraph, I guess. And then a quorum is defined as being more than half.
I go along with that if you get rid of being, if it's unnecessary. Quorum is defined as.
Sure, yeah.
So it's a complete section like everything else.
Anything else on this page?
So in, under the budget board B, we normally capitalize annual when referring to the town meeting. Do we also capitalize special?
If it's a title, it's capitalized. As a definition of the term, it's not. A lot of the town manager terms in here, some others I don't think should be capitalized. That's my opinion, because they're not referring to a specific person's title. They're simply a noun. It is a position, but why is it capitalized? I'm not gonna argue it, because it's not worth it, but I think if you do research around capitalization, you'll find that you capitalize words when they are used definition of the title, along with the person, whatever, but not as a word of explanation.
So in this case, since we're saying annual or special, we capitalize neither.
It's not a hill to die on. I mean, people do it all the time, so.
What's your theory on vice chairman? Should it be a capital V and a capital C?
Yeah, it's cutting hairs.
And we don't want to do that. Now, let's go back to annual study town meeting here. Throughout, we have capitalized annual town meeting. This is a very specific event at a very specific time. That would be my argument for capital. Special town meeting. Not so much. But that's the rule of the group.
Keep it consistent. I mean,
Yeah.
Capital S. I wouldn't capitalize special town meeting. It's not a specific meeting. It's just we're gonna have a special town meeting.
So the old capitalized town meeting, as town meeting, special, capitalized town, just not the word special.
There you go.
Okay, so we're gonna capitalize in
Yeah, that first paragraph I will delete in a timely manner. It means absolutely nothing. It's just verbiage.
Which section was that, John?
First paragraph on page 23, Jack. I think we should have.
We put it in.
10.3.3.
Used to be 30 days.
So this, we put it in so that it was obvious that there needed to be an organizational meeting after the annual town meeting.
That's right.
Which I think it says if we word it for an organizational meeting to elect the chairman, vice chairman, and secretary following the annual town meeting.
But it's that same meeting. Budget board, we gotta get to the home.
Well, if you say in a timely manner, it can still mean that people could still read it as meeting right after the meeting and they don't get to go home.
But that's his call.
Well, that's the
So why did we take out the 30 days? What was the reason to take out 30 days?
Because it wasn't happening.
Right. I just have
We're
an
gonna
out
have to
to
June.
June.
Like, what's it, 30? Yeah.
We're in the middle of the summer by then, just kicking off the budget, so there's not much to report.
I think we put that in there to set a tone. I think, I mean, we all agree it was. I mean, we agreed, it didn't say it, but at least set the tone.
Jack would say, not a hill to die on, so let's move along.
Let's die on this hill.
Jay has another annual town meeting.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Wow.
You missed it. Pay you the big bucks. to use the word search.
Okay, anything else?
This dog has changed so much, I'm just waiting. We're getting there.
Anything else on page 24? 25. Conversation with the capitalized income tax.
Where were you? I'm sorry.
Should that be ordinances of the town?
I don't know, the whole document refers as the ordinance.
Zoning board, the planning board deals with one ordinance. Right?
They deal with the street design ordinance, they deal with the land use.
They don't deal
ordinance.
with the design ordinance, CEO does that now. Remember, we took it out of the zoning ordinance, it's a standalone ordinance.
Anything else on page 25?
So I'm thinking of how the planning board, so they got the land use, but you've got the subdivision
Regulations.
regulations. Yeah. I'm up against a lawyer. Lose every time.
This is entirely subjective, but 10.7.1 usually used to seeing own before operate. But just raising it because I saw it.
10.7.1, I think we should take out that and or. That paragraph is designed to determine what the minimum requirements are for eligibility on the committee. I don't know if you throw in an and, do you have to own a legal business and own property in Arundel? No, or own property in Arundel.
But you could do both. That's why it's and or. It can be any
But you
combination.
don't, you're specifying minimum requirements in that paragraph, and the minimum requirements are either you own or operate a legal business, or you own property in Arundel. The
Or
and,
you are a legal resident.
or you are a legal resident, yeah. So that's three things, and they should be ors and not ands.
And or means you can be two of the three.
All right.
Back off, John.
Hey, John, I don't check it how you feel.
Well,
I understand what you're saying, but what the and or does not imply that a person has to be a legal resident and own or operate a business and own property.
is that really the intent though?
And or-
That
or-
you can live in Kennebunkport or anywhere, own a piece of property here, and therefore you can be on a board?
Beyond this specifically, yes, economic development.
That is because the nature of this committee.
Correct.
that allows us to pay.
Okay,
You could live in any part, but you own a business.
yeah, no, I was thinking more broadly.
Yeah. Investment. What's going on?
I'm not gonna argue all night, but I think you're wrong on this one. It should be or.
Join the club.
Also, the more I stare at the sentence, a sentence that has 2 forward slashes in it bothers me.
Kind of does me too.
I love forward slashes. but- That's neither here nor All that-
Imply what John is getting at.
I think the and does nothing but possibly confuse the issue,
It's redundant, isn't it?
and it's redundant. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because if any one of these statements is true, you're eligible.
Yeah, so you're taking the and out, the and slash out. Yeah, that
Atta
kind of
boy,
makes,
John.
that kind of makes more sense.
Ooh.
It makes more sense to me.
Atta boy, John.
Members of this committee shall be legal residents, shall operate or own slash operate a legal business in Arundel, or own property.
I have to make arguments for me.
Anything else on page 26, folks?
Just because we have these various committees in this charter doesn't mean that we have to fill them.
Okay, if we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these committee members completely
I just want to say.
This is one we haven't had in a long time.
Sorry.
Yes. and we have a lot of other-
I guess if we're doing it broken up, 11.2 as well.
Well, these were in there originally, so these are changes that we're making.
Which definitely makes it right. Yeah,
Yeah.
right,
Who was the chair of the last?
right.
On 11.2, shouldn't we have some sort of, it just says that the warrant for the meeting will be made available to the public. Shouldn't there be a time frame there? Should be made available to the public like within 7 days or 10 days
So
or
it says, John,
30 days? It does?
annual inspection has to be provided, state statute says that. At least 7 days prior to the meeting. Has to be provided to the residents, usually posted someplace.
Notifications. Yeah, it says a notification of any annual or special meeting shall be provided to the residents of the town at least 7 days prior to that meeting. It says nothing about the warrant being available 7 days prior, which I think it should. The way this is worded, you could put a notice up in the town hall that we're gonna have a meeting in 7 days and then hand out the warrant as people are walking into it.
Or maybe it should say a notification and the warrant for any annual or special town meeting.
If that's the legal intent, it probably should.
We don't have any choice, that's state
Right,
statute.
exactly,
Yeah.
but, you can incorporate it in that first sentence. Make one sentence.
See, I referenced the last sentence as being that the warrant will be available at the meeting. So when you walk in, you have the warrant. There'll be a hard copy of it in your hands. You have notification 7 days prior that you're gonna have a meeting. So if you want the warrant, we can provide it, but I don't think we're necessarily legally obligated to provide it until the meeting.
I would hate to think I was in a position that you notified everybody you were gonna have a meeting 7 days from now, and then I've gotta walk into that meeting cold.
No, you have to post that.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah,
Then if you've got the postal warrant 7 days before, then Dan's suggestion is good, that it ought to say at least 7 days prior to the meeting, we have to notify people and provide a copy of the warrant.
With
7 days prior. to the
notification,
meeting, we can't be doing that.
electronic notification.
We post the warrant,
notification that it's
and if you want to
online.
come to the town hall and get it, you can, but we can't be sending it out there.
Oh, I don't mean to send it
Oh,
out,
okay.
Tom, I'm just getting at the warrant ought to be available.
It
It is.
It is.
It is, and it's posted.
It
And you can
is,
come here
but
and get
that's
it.
not what this says. This says you will notify people if there is a town meeting 7 days before, and then it just says the warrant for the meeting will be made available to the public. That's great. Well, that's what I would worry about. I think it should say, set the
Say, a notification of, and the warrant for.
Annual.
Town or special town meeting.
Yeah.
Annual or special town meeting shall be provided to residents of the town at least 7 days prior to that.
Yeah.
Eliminate the last sentence.
Yeah, great.
That was next one.
Yeah.
The notification of and the warrant for any annual or special town meeting shall be provided to residents of the town at least 7 days prior to that.
No,
We can't provide it.
no, it should be, shall be posted,
Shall be
made available.
posted,
posted, not available.
yeah, posted.
Annual.
Because you don't want to send.
Stop it. Because if you do it any other way, oh my God, we'd be tearing our hair out.
Mhm.
Okay. And we read the first sentence alone, and that's saying the warrant will be posted. At least 7 days prior.
I don't have a problem saying the warrant for the meeting shall be made available to the public at said meeting, maybe not said, but at the meeting.
Okay, you're gonna have to go over that again for me one more time so I can make the correction. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Posted no longer means the post office necessarily.
No, we have specific areas within town that we post the warrants,
Right,
right? And then we put them online.
right.
And then they're available,
Yeah,
and then they're available at the meeting.
correct.
Yeah, somewhere in town, there will be a telephone pole with the, yeah, yeah.
Right under the water.
Yeah.
13.2.1 is another instance of laws, I guess, laws of the state of Maine, if we're staying consistent.
We have to come back here pretty soon and fix the local newspaper thing.
I'm proud of it.
Oh, nope, never mind, that's fixed.
Just an observation. Okay, we'll just leave it. I know that back on the school board members, my school board members slash directors.
Members probably should be.
Space between they and shall.
I did something there, after our last meeting, I'm not sure if it's correct. This is again 14.3.1, petition for recall. We try to figure out what to do with the statute. And we made reference to the statute paragraph. And then we worked some before actually using the statute. From the statute. So I guess that the actual statute title 30, section 505, should not be there. That's correct. Okay.
I have a question here. This all relates to what's going on today. Is there, so there's whether it's true or not, there's accusations that what's happening to the south of us, some of these accusations aren't true, blah, 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 blah. What's to stop somebody from, I mean, if accusations aren't true, if they get all the signatures, then they go for a recall, right? Doesn't matter whether they're true or not. Correct. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Great system.
Now, I just, I kind of read that today when reading something in a letter that Art had read to the selectmen. And I just kind of thought about what's going on with this, but, okay, I'm good.
It's process.
Yep.
You've been there, and that's been over there.
No. The town may charge the initiator of the petition a reasonable fee. Parent providing a petition.
We'll follow FOIA. There's a process that's established in FOIA. The first hour of time that a staff member has to prepare documents is free. After that, there's a charge, and it's laid out in the law. So my thought would be just follow FOIA.
At the end of the ordinance,
Where are we now?
page 32,
Okay,
one, parentheses, right at the top,
yep,
the end.
okay. Gotcha.
Bottom of section F, there's a key missing in signatures.
Gotcha. She can't, right, she cannot accept any petitions after that 14-day window. So if somebody
Okay.
came in with registered,
Okay, then what's the end part?
see,
Oh, it means that any voter signature on the one that's late are,
valid anyway. It's like,
Well. All of this is basically quote in the statute.
Correct.
Okay, well, that's. I'm not sure what it means.
I didn't write this one.
Some lawyer wrote this.
So if I may not accept the petition,
Right,
right,
but does it matter?
why don't you go on to say that the signatures are invalid?
so the, I think the intent is the ones that were submitted in the proper time, right? Is that the intent?
It's two intents, you're too late, and the other one is you got voters' signatures that are invalid.
Right, and I get that, but I think the way the sentence reads, that voter signature needs to come before the, because it sounds like it's, the same thing. It sounds like it's-
Wow, but they're going on in G to talk about the clerk verifying the validity of signature. Yeah, but I think that what that's saying is, okay, we can't advance a petition that is late. Yeah, and because it's late, all of these signatures are invalid. So that when John comes to me and says, but I signed the petition, I'm gonna say, well, yeah, it's yours, John, this one, which is late, and that makes it invalid. I think that's what that says.
It doesn't, that sentence doesn't come across to me like that.
Now, is that 14 days or 14 business days?
14 days.
That's a very short
That's
window.
Yes, it is.
statutory language. It's a repeat.
But we just reword that last bit, make it another, put a period after availability to the initiator, and then a new sentence. Any voter signatures on a late application are invalid.
I have no problem changing that, but I have the original language on the statute. The municipal clerk will not accept petition forms submitted more than 14 days after sending notice of availability to the initiator under subsection 3. And any voter signatures on that form are invalid. So all I did basically was got rid of changing municipal clerk to town clerk, and got rid of under subsection 4, so.
Yeah.
This is one of many, Paul.
So then if that's the case, shouldn't this read, town clerk may not accept a petition form submitted more than 14 days after sending notice of availability to the initiator, making any voter signatures on that form invalid?
Oh, I like that. You should run for,
No.
Yeah,
Never understood that.
yeah.
That's scary.
You should run for head of the school board.
Everybody like that?
Say it again.
Town clerk cannot accept petition forms submitted within 14 days after sending notice of availability to the initiator, comma, and then making any voter signatures on that form. That form, that the real word are.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next year we all get together and write the statutes. We're getting good at this.
You're on your own with that one.
Right, so then, so paragraph G talks about the valid ones on voter, validity, so.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
New word, second sentence, in each election must be held in less than 45 days. And no more.
Also a space after 45 parentheses.
Yeah.
Let's just do.
At the top one.
Yeah. Oh, select board fails this game. Within 10 days. So that's also, then we're back to business days. Yeah.
Well, it could have been me typing it too. Left it out.
Okay. 33.
Extra space between your eye.
Gotcha.
34. Page 35. On 14.4A, it says an appointed official shall forfeit their office if they lax at any time. Yeah.
Uh, 14.7.2B says town, voters of the town equal in number to at least 10%, and then in parentheses, it's 20%.
For the parentheses, don't.
Right, that's,
Okay, so, and that's probably one of them. So, that's-
So what's the right number? 10%?
10, yeah.
Then we need a definition of average.
No.
Hey, John.
I understand it, but.
It just causes trouble.
After we fix the 20 to 10 of the total number of. Total number of the last. Number of photos.
Yeah, it's voters. Should be.
Okay, so, by the registered voters of the town, a petition containing the full text of the proposed amendment signed by registered voters of the town, number to at least 10% of the total number of voters that are last. The registered voters are before the numbers. By petition containing the full text of the proposed amendment and signed by registered voters of the town equal in number, or at least 10% of the total number.
Who voted in?
What's wrong with voters? Doesn't do any harm, but
Who voted?
doesn't do any harm to add voters for clarification, just so everybody knows.
Total number of voters in the last.
Saves you having to read the whole paragraph.
That's not.
Or- If you do that up and say, oh, what if you get 50?
Well, it's giving you options.
I thought you had to have 10%.
All right, so if we had such a tiny turnout.
Yeah.
We want to say that it would be at least 50.
Yeah.
You're gonna withdraw. You're gonna withdraw, yeah.
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 Anything else on 36? 37.
Fourteen ten point one more instance of laws of the state of Maine.
We'll take that one. It's all right, it's on the computer.
Do you want to get this final vote approval now or wait until we see the?
I'd wait until you see it,
Yeah.
just to be on the safe side.
I have to read it again.
Yeah, yeah.
If you send it out
Council's comments
electronically,
too.
Yes, we still need council's comments.
we can use Word to kind of search for anomalies. Fix them out real fast.
It certainly does.
Do we need to, I would ask that we get council before the next meeting. I mean, the changes that you're making are, you know, I don't think we have to wait until all of the changes you talked today. to get to them.
Oh, I'll make these changes and send it right over to her
Right.
and say, these are the change, these are the final
Next
changes.
time we meet, we do the final plus whatever we get from council.
Whatever comments we get from her, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of change.
6 more weeks.
Done shortly.
The next thing on our agenda is, whatever discussion we might need about presentation. Dates of time. You mentioned something last time about having a select meeting. This,
We have to have that at some point.
okay.
But this committee could have a public hearing. And we would have a subsequent hearing.
Okay. So we're,
We can do it all at the same time.
We can do it all at the same time. Huh?
Yeah,
well, it's part of,
So-
you know, we decide.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to try to say, almost yeah.
It will,
The selectmen's call. Selectmen want to combine a separate.
it would be appreciative to have members of the general public in the audience. So, yeah. Be nice to do it as a combination. We could take care of it all at the same time.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think, we're ready to come up with a date yet. We still need to make sure that everything passes through council, so.
Does council have to vote on it? And approve it?
No, we have to get an
Opinion.
opinion from her.
Oh, council has.
Yeah.
Yeah, not select.
Town attorney.
No,
yeah, the
town
town
council.
attorney.
Yeah.
Town council.
Whether these changes.
What does selectmen have to do with it? Do they have to approve it?
Yeah.
You,
well,
we got to
yes.
we got to decide, how to present this in the warrant.
Right.
That's going to be interesting to think about.
Right. I may ask her some thoughts on that as well.
Yeah, right.
in
Because
terms
there
of
is some
how-
provisions in the statutes, I recollect, that allows you to kind of synthesize things rather
Correct.
than have each individual amendment. I know that's what we
Yeah.
kind of want to avoid.
Well,
if we can.
Couldn't we add it as an addendum? Could we do a warrant like we do with ordinances
Right.
and attach the addendum to it as that's a question I'll
That's
ask.
kept question for, see what Leah thinks about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a, this isn't the first time it's done this.
Oh, no.
It's gotta be a process that's normally acceptable.
With the ordinances, it's each specific, paragraph. We wouldn't want to do this with this. We wouldn't want to do, to me, it would be one warrant article that passes everything that's in there.
What did you do last time now?
You could.
I'm sure it's having no idea.
That's 10 years ago, Jack. I don't remember.
Easy, I think, to go back to the town.
Yeah.
The book of warrant from 2011, when it was.
Yeah.
And see what was in the town report book as the warrant article.
Yeah.
Because I don't, looking at the list of things, it was substantial this last time. We were much more nitpicky this time.
Mhm.
But we cleaned up all the
Right.
things. But, well, I, when we pass this out, finish that sentence.
Sharon?
Keith,
Please.
got it. I don't have it.
These guys.
All of the routes where we put it. Shorten this up, but if we went down this list and ticked off things that really affect the business of the town, that's probably a fairly short list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a great handout.
Yeah.
It sort of clarifies the essence of what we did, not get into of what was done.
My fall into maybe 3 different categories of change. Some are just editing changes,
Somebody's housekeeping.
housekeeping. Others are,
A majority of it to me is like housekeeping items. I think, but, I'm with the lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, the big one here is obviously the change in the
The
policy,
bid,
the better bid policy, taking that out of the town manager's jurisdiction, get someplace else. And then the recall. So,
Well, I want to take a minute and prove out ones that we do as significant in the public. We really like to know more about why.
Four, yep, 4 and 5. 5. Start.
I think we need, the general neutral thing, I think should be up there. Let everybody know that.
You can tell them.
Well, yeah,
I mean, 6 would be another one.
2, 4, 5, 6. Well, 8 and 13 kind of go together. Yeah.
Really? If 11, that hard of an issue?
It's not a hot issue, but it's something that people ask about. Some people just change the number around. Might also be a good opportunity to say, my law.
You know, I think when we have our public hearing, we just change the boards. You know, some of these are just a sentence, others will need explanation. And I think, you know, to me, that's minor stuff, but it needs a little further explanation than what's here. You know, just like the change of language, the gender neutral. and explain. Right. And then the answer would be what Donna just said, you know.
Yeah, I think this is just bullet points for the public hearing.
Yeah.
And then when the hearing is open, somebody has to say, these are the things that we changed, modified, maybe talk a little bit about how the group came together, how long they've been working together. Because I think sometimes people think that this was maybe just a hodgepodge, but I think identifying the months that you've been together doing this is important to the public to understand as well, so.
Like 1 and 2, that's kind of the same thing, right? We change the selectmen just to kind of make that a gender neutral. So that's really, 1 and 2 are really the same.
We're in the same page. Well, I mean, the other thing that we're kind of looking for here is what needs to be hit in the warrant. So, you know, we kind of refined this down a little bit. But of the ones that we now highlighted, 1 and 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 13, 11, and 14. One is to show up the warrant.
it might be useful to, I think there are probably 4 categories here that you can put things in. And then also
I don't know,
refer to the
statute.
section.
Get away with just that this,
that-
needs some more meat on the
or
bone.
sections that it applies to.
Right. And then we would have to have an amendment at the end, showing- which, like, we do that on everything, really.
good Leah.
Yeah, I think the grammatical things, we don't have to really spend much time on. But any substantive changes that we made need to be part of that addendum that we will hopefully attach to the warrant so people understand the context of what we changed.
I mean.
Yeah.
We tend to think that we could use this as the addendum.
Or pull off the ones that we certainly.
Yeah, I think the addendum has to be a little more detailed than that. You know, for instance, when you get to, you know, the recall piece, I think that whole thing is part of the addendum, so people can see what was changed.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a whole section.
Correct.
And especially since the current subject of concern, is what the council shows it. Might raise a lot of eyebrows.
I think it will.
My understanding of it is. All right,
Is the whole document gonna be handed out to everybody who attends to vote?
No, I think the whole document gets handed out at the public hearing though.
Okay.
In its draft form, correct? Or should it be final form? What do you think?
I think it's got to be in the final form.
Okay.
Yeah.
But this would, you know, supplement, not supplement, but, you know, kind of a preface to,
Right.
take a look at this and you can look at the document itself and.
Right. I don't think anybody's gonna read the document. Some will.
But at the public
Others-
hearing, we would show them this.
Yeah,
We would show them this draft.
but we could throw them in the final form if you want to show the revisions.
Right.
But they would need to see what the old stuff was, what we took out.
Well, you can have it like that. This is what the final form will look like with the cross outs and that.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
not labeled as a draft.
oh.
Right.
Agree.
Right, get rid of the draft.
Right, yeah, right.
yeah. All right, what I will do next is I'll take this list and relook at some for some things. And also for the major things, put in the section which can be charged. So for example, we can say, Article 14, C 14.0.
Yeah, good idea.
But you could reduce that with this list a little, I think. Just pick out the.
Well, it depends, this list is gonna have a couple of purposes. I think for the purpose of the public hearing, everything that's on this list needs to stay on the list. Because that's basically how, if I were in charge of running that part of the meeting, that's how I approach it. And I said, you know, reference to what you talked about before, we began meeting in October or whatever that was. You know, we met once a month, et cetera, came up with a variety of changes. This is a summary of what we changed. Go down the list and then entertain questions on each item as we move on. And then, suggestion would be that the entire committee be prepared to respond to questions.
Yeah, I think if you print this double-sided on landscape in a table format like you are talking about, you can cover the whole thing on one sheet of paper, double-sided. I think. Or maybe it'll be a little more, but ideally, because
Well,
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
we'll see how it works out.
You can have access to the whole.
I think the
Keep it simple.
entire committee should try to attend. I think questions should be addressed to you and to the chair. I do.
But
In order to prevent, this isn't gonna come out right, but
Yeah.
in order to prevent
Any further argument among the committee members?
Yeah.
Inconsistent
committee member,
statements.
committee member not being as accurate as you, or not.
What if she's wrong?
I just think it's all of them should go to you.
Thank you for that. Well done. However, sometimes answering the question. I may not quite get the gist of what you're really asking, but Paul might, in which case he should be able to jump in and say, let me clarify that.
Yeah, that's different. I think that's probably fine, but I think the direction to the people in the audience should be, that the questions will be directed to the chair.
And if you want to defer to one of the other members, Donna, you just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to first one phrase, why?
That was his job.
Okay. That kind of is, play with that.
I didn't bring it with me, but is this what's gonna be in the?
It's the preliminary outline. of what's going on.
Right, yeah.
And the committee's people the last time we talked about having more as a bulleted list than a paragraph.
So you're gonna combine some of these things, and then that will be the changes that are presented in the
So
chart.
it's all approved, yeah. Just going back a minute in terms of, this chart presentation of the sheet.
So we get, as a group here, we get together one more time. After Leah looks at it, council looks at it, you try to doctor up a.
Yeah, I'm sort of tentatively scheduling your next meeting for the 23rd of March, Wednesday, the 23rd, which will be in a couple of weeks. So I'll let Leah know that we need some sort of answers in a couple of weeks.
And then we can have a
Yep.
public hearing that our next selectmen's meeting.
Then we can establish whatever we want to do at that point. Move on.
On 23rd.
I want to thank all of you here.
I assume you're an editor somewhere, Sean.
What's that?
You're an editor or someplace, right?
No, honestly, I do graphics.
Ah, pretty good. It's quite
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I thought you were chief grammarian.
It helps out.
Yeah.
Appreciate the work.
You paid attention in school.
I did, but God, I was.
Yeah.
I move we adjourn.
So, 23rd, right?
Yeah, no, Jack, I was joking when I got here, that just reading this 40-page